So in this video, we're going to talk about how you can do keyword research, why you'd want to do it, and how it can actually help you to improve your Google Ads. Hey everyone, my name is Dan. I'm from Focus Your Ads, and I'm going to be your guide here in keyword research today. So I'm going to be talking about keywords. So what exactly is a keyword? So a keyword is a set of instructions that we're giving Google. We're saying, hey Google, we have this keyword for you. Now we want you to go out and find some people that are searching for this item. So to give an example, let's say we're doing furnace repairs. Maybe our business, we sell furnaces. Maybe we do some repairs on the side. So let's say one of our searches that we want to show up for is, I need to get my furnace repaired. So we say, let's simplify this and say we want to show up on repair furnace. So we take that keyword and we plunk it into Google and we say, Google, this is what we want. Now Google, when people are searching for something similar to this, Google's going to put the connection, say, okay, this person wanted to show up on repair furnace. So we're going to have people that are similar to that. So maybe someone's typed in, how do I repair my furnace? That's going to show up. That could be one search. Another one might show up saying, I need a new furnace. That could be another search that could show up. So there are some instructions in between this, and that's called the match type. And that tells us how broad we want to go. How far does Google want to take this? We can say, okay, we want Google to kind of bring back exactly what we tell it to bring back. Or we can say, you know what, Google, go reach, find some stuff that's similar, but not really the same, and bring that back. I want to see what kind of searches you come up with. So those are the instructions. We have the instructions of our keywords, and then we have instructions for our match type. And these are how we get different searches into Google Ads. So something to keep in mind that most people get mixed up. There's a difference between keywords and search terms. Keyword is the instructions we give Google, and then we get a search term in return. Okay, so let's get into some practical ways that we can actually do some keyword research. Now that we understand a little bit about keywords, a little bit about search terms, how do we go about and actually find our keywords? So one way, probably the simplest way you could possibly do this, would be just to come up with ideas off the top of your head. So let's do a quick example here. This is our store here. So let's look at it and see what kind of keywords do we want to show up for. So down here, let's type in furnace repair near me. So this might be a good place to start, something like that, furnace repair. At this point, you're just writing down anything and everything that you can think of that's related to your business. You're going to go through it later and try to get rid of stuff. So we could have, let's say, furnace, or how to repair a furnace. That's furnace repairman. Let's see, and you just continue this process. So there's going to be lots of ideas here. I'm not going to waste your time and continue on with this, but that's one very effective way to find keywords. Now you can take this same list and we could expand upon it by doing a few different things. So here's a really simple way to expand your list of keywords, is to go into Google and maybe use an incognito window so you don't have your history in there, so it's not going to affect the results that come out of here. And you're going to come in here and you're going to start typing in what it is you want to find. So furnace repair, and just start to look at what's being filled in now. So you can see furnace repair near me, furnace repair Seattle, furnace repair West Seattle, Tacoma. We're finding a lot of this is coming up. So this might be a good indication that maybe we want to go focus on some of those terms and add those in. So we'd take this and say, okay, furnace repair Seattle, and let's add that into our list, furnace repair Seattle. Then we had furnace repair Tacoma, and we'd want to start filling in our list with other terms that we found interesting. So now we can take this one step further and type in furnace repair near me, hit enter, and now we're going to look at the list of what we have here. So we're not going to pay attention to the ads or the actual listings here. We're going to go down, continue down until you see related searches. So this, we're going to see down here, you can see that there's now other searches coming up. So we have furnace repair near me, near Washington. We have who to call for furnace repair near Seattle, Washington, residential furnace repair near me, best furnace repair near me. We're getting all kinds of ideas now. So this is a great way. Now we can also expand on this by clicking on one of these. So we could say, oh, who to call for furnace repair, or maybe residential furnace repair. Let's click on that one. And now all of a sudden we have a whole new list coming up. So we can come in here and scroll down, and we're getting a whole new list of keywords that come up. A lot of them might be overlapping, but we can start to get some ideas and we can click on other ones to try to find things. So furnace repair near me, free estimate. So this might be a good search term as well. Cheap furnace repair near me. So this might be something that you want to exclude. So maybe you don't have a cheap service, you have a quality service and you really want to focus on only quality results. This might be one that you want to get rid of, and we could remove cheap. As we were talking about before, we could use broad match negative keywords to remove that. So this might be something I add into my list. So I'm going to make a new section in here called negative keywords or negatives. And we could add this in cheap, because we know we don't want to show up for cheap. So that might be one we want to keep in our mind and add that in. So now if we want to be really taking advantage of technology, we can actually use AI to help generate some ideas for us. So I have the paid version of ChatGPT here, but you can do this with the free version as well. And you could say, okay, find me some search keywords for Google Ads that is related to a furnace repair company. And now watch, it's going to come up with a whole bunch of ideas here. So it's going to go over this, and there you go. So now it's starting to bring us up some even more ideas like furnace maintenance. That was one that was even in our list of products that we offer. Emergency furnace repair, furnace inspection, HVAC repair. There's so many different ideas that you can actually add to this now. It's a never-ending list, and we could say, okay, expand on that and continue to add more to this. Don't take everything that you get from AI as gold, but it's going to give you some great ideas. And then you could plug some of these into Google and try to see what ones show up, and maybe you'll find even more ideas. So right now we're just building a nice list of keywords, and eventually we're going to look at this list and say, okay, we only want these few keywords right now, and we'll start with that, but we can always expand later. So here's another way to do keyword research, another way we can get even more ideas for keywords. So we can click this big plus button. Let's say we already have our campaign running. Once we set it up, we could actually go into here and we can click this plus button, and Google's going to suggest some stuff off to the side here. We have HVAC repair near me. We have water heater repair. So if we do water heater stuff, it's given us a few ideas. Furnace repair near me. This is actually a great section to find some keywords. And when you find a great keyword, you just have to hit this plus button. So when you click add and save, it's going to show up down here as a broad match keyword. So you're going to have to make sure you come in here and change it to, I would change it to phrase match to start, but we can always use exact match. Broad match can be used, and I'll talk about a broad match technique here in a second, but we can ultimately use any of these match types, but you have to make sure that you understand that when you put it up here, it's going to automatically be broad match. But this is a great place to find some more keyword ideas that are really relevant, and Google's showing you that there is some search volume for this. So it's already shown that this could work for you. When you think of keyword research, you probably think of the keyword planner, and we're going to get into that next. So if you're using this version of Google Ads, it's probably the version you have because it's the newer version. You're going to go over here to tools and then go up to planning, expand that, and you're going to find keyword planner. Click on keyword planner. It's going to bring this up here. And now we have the option to discover new keywords, and that's what we're going to use here. So click discover new keywords, and now we can type in kind of a seed idea. It's like the idea, we plant this seed and we say, Google, find us more like this. So we could say, but keep it general. So let's go furnace repair, and let's go get results. And now you can see that we're getting a whole bunch of results here. Let's expand this out a bit. We can see that there's furnace repair, there's HVAC repair, there's a whole bunch of different results that we're getting when we do this. And we can also change the country. So if we want to change the country, maybe we want to, if we're in the United States, we could change to the United States, or if we want to have it specific to a certain area, we could actually change it to just that area. We can change this to also include search partners, but I would suggest just sticking with Google for now. And we can also change it for the date. So we could have the last 24 months, we could have the last 12 months, the last month. It depends what you want to do. But I would suggest just you could probably leave a lot of this to default for now. And this is going to be great for finding ideas. Now, I don't suggest that you just add these directly to your campaign. Like if you check this off and then say new ad group, there's different ways you can add this directly into your campaign. I don't suggest doing that. I suggest we kind of control that by taking these ideas and maybe writing down a few. So I just take these ideas like this, heater repair near me, and then we're going to add that into our list here. So go like that, heater repair, oops, let's do it this way here. Heater repair near me. And that's different from the other ones. We had furnace repair, so heater repair would actually be a pretty good term to go after. And now we can come back here and see if we can find any other ones. Now you can continue to expand on these by throwing them into Google search and expanding on them even further, trying to see what related terms would come up if you put in heater repair near me. You don't need everything. We're looking for the best keywords possible, not everything. So now let's talk about how we can use Google Ads, our actual running campaigns, to find new keywords. So this is what we could do as we're running. So if we set up our campaigns already, we could actually go in and find new keywords this way. So when you're in your campaign, you're going to go up here to Insights and Reports, and you're going to see search terms. This is where you're going to want to go to find your search terms for your campaigns. So now, this is a great place to expand on our keywords, because you're going to find some off keywords that Google's pulling in. And one way to get more keywords and to expand this is by looking at your search terms. What are people actually typing? And as I mentioned before, keywords is just the instructions. So we're giving Google certain instructions. The search terms are coming back. They're going to be different from the actual keywords. So you're going to find different search terms in here that might give you ideas on a keyword that you could now expand to. So in this case, it's to do with baby strollers. So maybe you have baby strollers, but if we continue down, maybe we can find something that's related, like you're seeing that they're searching for high chairs. This is a great place to also look for negative keywords, because if you don't sell high chairs, you're going to want to get rid of this. But you're looking through here for one, for negative keywords, and two, you're looking for different keywords that you can take out of here and add to your ad groups. Along the same topic as well, we talked about match types, and one match type is really good at finding new keywords, but you have to be careful. And that's broad match. You can use a broad match keyword. Let's say furnace repair. So if we did furnace repair broad match, we could find all kinds of searches that are kind of related to that, but might not be perfect. But we could start finding all these different ways. Like, for example, heater repair might show up, and all these different types of terms might show up if we're using a broad match. But you have to be careful, and there are ways to do this. For example, if you're using manual bidding, you might set a lower bid on this just to control the amount of searches. Because if there is so much potential volume, Google could say, wow, that broad match, we just have an unlimited amount of searches for you. Let's bring you some searches. And they could just bring you all kinds of stuff. So you have to be careful, and you want to control it. And again, if you're going to control that, use your bids. Maybe lower your bids down for anything broad match, and that'll help you control what's coming in. But you can use that as kind of an exploratory search. So now you can go into your search terms again in that broad match, and you might find some interesting ones in there. You're essentially spending a few dollars to find new information directly from your customers. You're finding ways that they are searching. It's almost like product research. They're bringing you the search terms, so you don't have to go hunting for them anymore. They're bringing them to you as long as you type in something that's kind of related, like furnace repair, broad match, maybe a little more context. So furnace repair near me, broad match might be a better search for you. And that's going to help you. So once you're done finding your searches, you're going to put these into groups. So let's put a few of these in a group. So near me, that's kind of a geographical term. Let's take this one out here as well and put that one up here. I think those are pretty high value searches. So we're going to have those in their own category. So this, I'm creating ad groups right now. So this one here, we could even name this ad group 1. And then we could have down here ad group 2. And that could be furnace repair, how to repair my furnace. I don't even think I want to show up for that. So we might go in here and add this into our negative keywords. So we could add how. Maybe we don't want to show up for anything to do with how or how to. We could go like this and put these quotes around it to make it a phrase match. So now anytime how to shows up, we won't actually spend on that. We have our ad group number 2, furnace repair, furnace repairman. So those look like they'd work together. Furnace repair Tacoma. Another term might work better up here with the other locations. Here, heater repair near me. This again could work in this ad group. And this is what I would do. I would continue this process and sort them into different ad groups. And if you start seeing some that are like, it's almost the same thing. So if you have Seattle and maybe you have Tacoma, maybe you don't want to have both of them in there, but you could. Just don't go crazy. You probably want maybe 10 keywords for an ad group at most for now. Just a few keywords here and there. Again, you want to organize these ad groups so that the keywords make sense together, and you want to make sure that the value makes sense. Like for example, I would say that near me searches have a higher value than something like this, because I know that near me is more of someone trying to find a service, whereas furnace repair, again, it doesn't have that context. So as you have your ad groups built, now you're going to want to look over your search terms, add negative keywords as needed, and slowly improve your ads, chipping away at different things, adding keywords, removing keywords, changing the match types, adding negative keywords, and slowly over time, things will improve and you will have your ads running perfectly. So if this seems a little bit overwhelming to you, make sure you go back and watch my beginner's guide to how to set up a search campaign, because it goes step by step through everything and anything that you need to set up in Google Ads. And then this is kind of the next step after that. So if you're needing that, go back and take a look at that video and I'll see you there.